and recording has started. So our first item is for agenda overview and quorum check. Quorum check has been made, and the agenda is up on the screen in front of you. So next item is for public comment. Do we have anyone registered for public comment?
We do not have anyone registered, no.
Okay. Any member of the body wishing to make a public comment? All right, hearing none, moving along. Today's consent agenda and previous minutes are in the consent. And I'll be looking for a motion in a second.
I can make a motion to accept the minutes.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
I think that was Josh, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any discussion or corrections? And I like to do the nay votes instead of the yay votes because it's easier to track. So are there any objections to passing the consent calendar by saying nay? Any abstentions? Hearing none, I will consider that a unanimous yes. All right, next up is our forestry workforce study and report. Again, keeping in mind for everyone that's engaged, this is a 30-minute meeting and we will have as firm a stop at 10 o'clock as I can help us get to. So who's up with echo?
Andrew, I'm here.
Thank you.
Andrew, do you want to share a few remarks on the final report? And then Craig, I think we can open it up to discussion and comments and hopefully get to the vote and approval of the report.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, just very briefly, I think you've all seen the report. Again, do appreciate all the input and feedback. You know, interesting process to get here, but I think we got there, and have heard a couple of comments from Amanda, and I imagine she will raise those. But otherwise, it is what it is, and we'll be looking forward to this conversation.
So committee members, it is your document to share thoughts on at this point in time. Of course, we are hoping that we will get to a place where we have a motion to adopt or accept. So I'm opening the floor to the members for any comments, keeping in mind that we are on a deadline for getting this done. Amanda.
Well, I will be the sacrificial lamb and kick off comments from the body. So first and foremost, I just wanted to say thank you to Andrew and your team for those that perhaps reviewed the comments that Julie and I sent in. There was a lot, and in my analysis of ECO's assessment of those and then adoption and editing to the final, you know, many of those, if not all of them, were utilized and incorporated. Significant shifts in where information was at. You know, I had some comments on some really good bottom lines that seemed really buried in the document. Those were pretty much all brought up into either the executive summary or further up in the discussion in the document. So really appreciate that and all of your guys' work there. As a point, I will just let folks know that I will be an aye on approval for today, given those changes that were made. But I did want to highlight, as Andrew mentioned, some just more or less copy edits that we may want to consider having the ECO team adjust, and kind of noting that in our motion when we get there for the final sort of publication. So I don't know who's tracking and who's managing the screen. I think Aaliyah, you are. But just for, so we're all looking at the same thing. Oh, of course, my mouse is not working. The first kind of highlight I wanted to make is on page 51. Aaliyah, if you want to try to get to that page. Oh, it's 51 of the document. So what page is that of the actual? Yeah, so you're on 47. So yeah, just a few more down. There's a graph on this page that talks about it relates the median wage of different occupations to the median wage of Oregon, and the median wage line is just in the wrong location. So you can see that, for instance, maintenance and repair workers, the median wage for that job is 49,300, which is actually below the median wage for Oregon at 51,600. And so the median line just needs to be moved. We don't want folks to think that we are trying to, say something that isn't true. So that was, I think, just a mistake. And so in conversations with Andrew, it sounds like that's going to be a pretty easy edit. So just kind of replacing that exhibit with the final exhibit for the publication. So just wanted to give folks a heads up there. There's a few other copy edits I'm not going to highlight, a missed word here or a duplicative word there. In some of the new content that was created with some of the commentary that Julie and I provided. So again, really, really appreciate all the additional very short notice sort of research and paragraph development and writing. But with that comes, some edit needs sometimes. So let Andrew know and his team know about some of those pieces. Happy to make those, more known here if folks need. And then just one other comment I wanted to make, and Jim wanted to pass it over to you perhaps. Really appreciate the ECO team adding some more information and details around some of the OFRI programming. But on page 78 of the report, Aaliyah, which if you put 78 in there, you'll get close, I think. I don't know the actual page number, so apologize for that. There is a new paragraph in here. Yep, right where it says OFRI maintains a comprehensive inventory. There's the Talk About Trees program is highlighted in there, which is an OWIT program, but is significantly funded by OFRI. And so just want to make sure that the wording there is correct, that it's not alluded to that specific program is an OFRI program, but that, OFRI funds many programs, of which Talk About Trees is an example of one that touches the lives and minds of many, many young people across the state in classrooms to get forestry education. So that really concludes my comments. Again, those were the somewhat minor edits that I recognized in my detail review. So want to give kudos to the ECO team for very quick work, especially adding our comments in about the gap analysis being a significant need, and really highlighting that and incorporating that commentary and discussion into the recommendations, especially how it's worded and sort of really broadly described in the executive summary.
Right, I will say thank you, and those are easy changes to make, which we can do, and appreciate your patience with those. Again, it was very quick, and so apologies for the typos and so on.
Excellent, Amanda. Who's next?
I think I just wanted to follow up on Amanda's comments to second her comments about appreciating the work you've done, EcoTrust, and the quick changes recently. And yeah, that paragraph, Amanda, you called out just now, that I think that language works fine. It captures it well enough, and is accurate around OFRI's work, I think. And I just wanted to also give my appreciation for the gap analysis, additional work type of language. Appreciate you taking my my edits. I actually sent in some specific edits just to help with the revisions, but of course appreciate that you obviously took your independent license to make sure it flowed well and modified in a way that fit well with the document and with the the integrity of your work. So I think that all looks good to me, and I really again appreciate you taking that input and being able to meld it into the document the way you did. So thanks.
Thank you.
Chris.
Yeah, I'll echo everybody's appreciation and stand by to move to accept the report if nobody else has any suggestions or comments about the contents.
So did I hear you say you would move to adopt or accept?
I will, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just kind of waiting to see if anybody else jumped in with substantive stuff that they wanted to comment on or little minor edits or something. But seeing none, I move to, I don't know if it's accept or adopt, approve, give a thumbs up to the report. Move to approve the report.
Technically, I think it's approve.
Okay.
Yeah, I think approve would work with the recommended small changes that Amanda just brought up.
Yes.
Who would like
I'll
to second?
second.
Identify, I'm sorry.
I'm
Is that
happy to
a-
second, Courtney.
Okay, thank you. Okay, further discussion. Let's don't beat this poor critter. Once again, I'm going to say I'm going to go for nays, easier to record. So do we have any nay votes on accepting this report? All right, hearing none. Do we have any abstentions? Hearing none. Team, great job. This looks like a unanimous vote to move this work forward. Andrew, Melissa, who's not here, great job, team. Do we have anything else that we need to add into this work today? Todd, are you satisfied? Hang on. Yeah, Courtney, I see you. Todd, are you satisfied that this
Yeah,
will
I think
meet?
we're good. Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. Courtney.
Yeah, I think we could all, there's lots of thank yous, but I did want to thank you in leading this and helping chair some of the meetings and discussions and complexity of it for us. And I'm also very appreciative of Amanda for sticking with it and providing a lot of insights into corners of the industry that, some of us are also still learning about as we do it. So thank you to you both.
Yeah. It's
I'd
been
like to,
it's been a complex project. Go ahead.
it sure has. No, I'd like to just add my 2 cents and just say, honestly, I appreciate each and every one of the committee. I mean, it was quite the ride to get here. And, I feel that Craig and I and Todd and people involved with selecting the committee members, I'm very proud of them as well, because we had such a nice, robust amount of expertise on this committee. I've sat on a lot of committees before, and just the different angles everybody came with, I'm really appreciative of. And I do want to say thank you to Amanda as well. I know she put a ton of work into this, and I was pretty impressed that she caught some typos, because I went through the report with a fine-tooth comb, but it wasn't as fine as Amanda's. And I will say I liked what I saw as well, and that kind of, I think, leads into a big thank you to the team at Echo Northwest for all they did and how they, I think, rolled with, I don't want to say the punches, but they rolled with what the committee had gave them to, as constructive criticisms. And I think you guys took that, and apparently by 0 nay votes, really did a great job, Andrew and Melissa. So I sure appreciate your guys' footwork on that. And thank you, Todd, as well, for organizing so much. And of course, to the co-chair, Craig, I sure appreciate you as well.
Ditto. Yeah, absolutely. To all of you who were asked to step up and have stayed engaged for nearly a year, thank you so much. I appreciate your being dedicated to this project. And I've had a number of times where I've worried that we wouldn't have a quorum, including today. So we did it. We pulled it off. So good job, team. I don't
Hey,
think
Craig,
we
can
need
I,
to wait for this
can I
any
just
further.
jump in?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, yeah, ditto to what everybody said to all of you. Very much appreciate the engagement and the work and being able to manage the pivot that we made well into the process. Hats off again, Andrew, to you and Melissa and the team at Echo for being so flexible, adaptable, and quick in the response. I did notice a missing word too, Amanda. I want you to know. But thanks again for your detailed review of that. And then mostly, I just wanted to jump in and say thank you to Aaliyah. Aaliyah, I really appreciate all the work you did behind the scenes that many people don't know about. You were fantastic, and it really helped things go much more smoothly than they otherwise would have. So again, thanks, Aaliyah. Thanks, Craig. Thanks, Harris. Thanks, everybody.
You bet.
Thank you, guys.
Jim, go ahead.
Yeah, just a quick logistics question. Just curious, how long until we will see the release, the public sort of release of the final report?
I'm not sure if that's directed me. I think that the edits will maybe a day or two, and then it's
Okay.
up to the heck, I think, to push through
Okay.
that.
Yeah, as
But
soon as
probably
we
next
get
week.
it, I would anticipate that we'll distribute it right away. And then as quickly as possible, we'll get it posted to our website. We do have a page called Data and Reports on that website where it will be included. Additionally, I don't think it will get lost in the shuffle. We are doing some updates to our website that'll occur over the next 6 months. I don't anticipate that it will change the location or sort of intuitiveness of where you might find that report. So yeah, you should see it pretty quickly.
Great, thank you.
All right, team. We are adjourned. Thank you so much.
Take
Thank you, everybody.
care, everybody.
Thanks,
Have a
Craig.
great weekend.
Thanks,
Have a great
Harris.
day.
Thanks,
Wonderful
everybody.
weekend.
Been fun.
Take care.
See you guys.